This is the front page of the last Mahoning Dispatch. And so it has that tiny little bit of the first edition from 1877, and then it has the last.
After 91 years in business, the Mahoning Dispatch wrapped up production in April of 1968. Canfield Historical Society President Susie McCabe says when the three generations of the Fowler family ran the newspaper, they were very conscious of the fact that they were creating historical documents.
So they saved one single copy of every single newspaper that was printed for 91 years. So we have those hard copies.
Now, in an effort to preserve those hard copies, the Canfield Historical Society is teaming up with other small historical societies for a scanning project that will digitize all of the pages.
Page 6.
Down the street in the Historical Society's headquarters, volunteers Susan Hendricks and Paula Hendricks Richards are using this large flatbed scanner to upload pages to this computer.
What we do is we do 2 copies of each page, a high-resolution copy and a low-resolution copy. And each copy gets saved twice, once to the cloud and once to the hard drive here on the computer.
But the scanner wouldn't be here if not for a collaboration between the Canfield and Ellsworth Historical Societies.
The scanner was a $10,000 investment. So Ellsworth raised quite a bit of the money, and we chipped in a little bit of money. We realize, Ellsworth in particular, realizes that it's invaluable not just to Canfield, but to the entire Mahoning Valley.
First one we scan through large, and when that copy comes through, we save it in color, so you actually get the feel and the look of the old paper. And then when we scan the small file through, it comes in black and white because it's easier for the character recognition software to recognize.
Scanning 91 years worth of newspapers can be tedious work, so the volunteers keep themselves entertained with the news of the day.
Paula scans, and while she scans, I'm usually reading the gossip columns, and I'll read to her the interesting stuff that I find. So here we have a double golden wedding celebration. 120 people sat down to a sumptuous dinner. Mr. and Mrs. Webb were presented $33 in gold, and also each with a pair of gold spectacles.
There's just little tidbits, and a lot of it you can use for your family history, your family tree. Susan actually found a write-up about a family reunion from my side of the family, and it listed 200 and some people were there.
Here's Ellsworth. Now remember, this is in March, so it says nearly all the farmers in this locality are busy preparing for sugar making, so that would be the maple syrup season.
There's a lot of small communities in between all the main communities.
And it's amazing how many businesses were in these little towns. What we consider just little crossroads now, like Ellsworth and North Jackson, there were like 20, 30 businesses in these little towns. So it's just amazing to go back and read what was there then, knowing what's there now.
When the Fowlers started the newspaper, they said it would be an independent journal, nonpartisan in politics and religion. So they covered everybody's everything. These are invaluable for research as far as showing all of the births, all of the deaths, the marriages. It's just invaluable when you research your family, if they were anywhere in Mahoning County in those years.
The first 2 years of the newspaper are currently available online for research. While volunteers are working to get the pages up as quick as possible, Hendricks says at the rate they're going now, it'll be several years before all 91 volumes are available.
There aren't that many people that are working on the project at this point. We're small communities with small historical societies. We're not underwritten with any money from any place else, and we're trying to get volunteers to come in and work on this with us.
The smaller organizations, we all have the same problems with getting volunteers, raising funds, and so we can kind of talk it over and discuss issues that maybe relate to all of us.
We all have the same goal and the same values, so it's good to be able to collaborate with the surrounding communities. We all have a lot in common, and that gives us strength in numbers a little bit.